Hey, what's up everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Metal. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Wave B of the Hot Wheels Car Culture Team Transport series. This is something I've been wanting to review this set for a long time. What a pain in the butt this was getting hold of this set for whatever reason. I couldn't find them anywhere. I had two pre-order things fall through on eBay, which was a big disaster. I don't know what all happened there with that, but anyway, finally just found these at my local Target yesterday, thankfully, and we grabbed the set that I needed. So here we go. We'll take a look at 4 through 6. 4 being the 7.2 Plymouth Cuda Funny Car Retro Rig. Number 5 out of the 6 is the Plymouth Duster Funny Car Retro Rig, and number 6 out of the 6 to complete the set is the Porsche 962 Fleet Flyer set. And from my initial impressions are these look pretty cool. I'd take a look at each one of them first. I love the artwork, so we're going to look at that first. This is Don Perdome's Snake 72 Plymouth Cuda. Artwork is just freaking awesome. And then here's the back of the pack. And in that case for the Wave B, of course, you get the white Nissan Laurel 2000 SGX. And those are, of course, I don't want to say they're peg warmers, but I have seen quite a few of those on the shelves from Wave A and B. I was saying Wave B, the main peg warmer, of course, was the Volkswagen one, but so that's the back. And this is Tom McEwen's set. To my eyes, they look like Ford F-150 Rangers, like a 70s Ford. Alright, here we go. This is the 72 Plymouth Cuda Funny Car Retro Rig set. This is, of course, the Don Perdome Snake car, which if you grew up in the 70s, you probably would know these cars, the yellow and red. Many of the younger collectors probably have no idea the history of these two guys. They were both friends in real life, from what I understand, but they kind of had the marketing, I don't know what you want to say, they had like a fake fight basically to gain viewership of the drag races, and it worked. The competition between the two, I mean, they were very competitive on track once they were out, but off track, from what I understand, they were friendly to each other, the guys, but you had the Snake and the Mongoose, and it was kind of like a big marketing thing, and it worked really well to sell Hot Wheels cars and sell merchandise, and to garner as many viewers as you could possibly get for these drag races. So we'll go ahead here and take a closer look here at it. The rig itself, the base is metal, the back end is plastic, and the truck cab itself is also metal. Much like all the other car culture vehicles, they do feature the Real Riders tires and nicer rims. It's really well done. I'm really glad to have one of these in my hands, to be able to actually check it out and look at it in person. And seeing, I don't know how many months ago I've seen people were finding them in their stores on Instagram, but I didn't have that kind of luck. And from what I saw the pictures, it really looked cool. I don't think this tilts or anything. I don't think the back pops out. No, it doesn't appear to do anything. I think it's all purely static, but it's really, really nice. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a Ford Ranger truck, or I don't know. It looks to me like a Ford, but I guess they didn't get permission. I don't know what the deal was there, what type of cab it's supposed to be, but the front end looks to me like a Ford. All the tampos from what I saw look really, really nice. This casting is not new. As far as I know, it's not new because the base is dated, I think, 98 on it. Let me see. The 2000, where did I see that somewhere? 2003, the base is dated. And this one's all over metal. Some of the original cars, I believe, had like a wing right here on the roof. Really, really nice. But once again, the tampos to me almost appear to have a clear coat over them. The placement all looks good. The graphics look good. It's nice that they're not just cheap decals stuck on. Tail lamps look good. Front end looks great. Really cool. Lots to look at, I think, for the money. This would be a new casting, obviously. The retro rig, I'm pretty sure that's dated 17, I believe, on the base. I think that's what I saw. Yeah, dated 17, so that's all new. But the car itself you could have purchased before, just not, I don't think, in its exact livery. So there you go. That is the 72 Plymouth Cuda Funny Car Retro Rig, the Dom Perdome Snake version. And we'll move on to Tom McEwen's. Alright, this is the Plymouth Duster Funny Car with Retro Rig set. And this is Tom McEwen's Mongoose version. Looking pretty awesome. We'll go ahead here and shut it down and take a closer look here at the two of them. It's really not much different from the yellow set, apart from the main body of the funny car. And the retro rig is slightly different, mainly just the graphics and the paint color. License plate, I believe, says Goose on the front. The lights and the horns could be done a little bit better. I think on the roof looks kind of cheesy, but this one has all over, almost looks like chrome dipped steel wheels, opposed to the yellow one had slotted chrome wheels. So at least they're not exactly the same, which is cool. Graphics look awesome. They don't say what year Duster this is supposed to be. This one also, I believe, is dated 2000 on there. What's that say? 2003. So this also is not a new casting. Paint looks good. It's got a couple little, oddly enough, I don't know if it's the way they apply the tampos, it's got these weird dots that are running along the dark blue. You might be able to see there, but it's not too bad. It actually seems to roll fairly freely as well, which is kind of unusual. I think these are well worth the money. I'm not sure of a second-hand market if I would pay what people are asking for some of these, but definitely if you see them in the store, I would pick a set up because they are really cool. Alright, so we'll move on to number 6 out of the 6. Alright, here we have the Porsche 962 and Fleet Flyer set. This is in a Momo livery. A little background on Momo. Giampiero Moretti is who actually formed Momo in 1964, and he was a driver himself who wanted his own steering wheel, and the initials Momo is part of his name, Moretti, and part of the word Monza kind of smashed together to give you a Momo. I didn't realize he passed away in 2012. I was thinking he was still alive, but when I just kind of Googled his name, I was shocked to see that he did pass away. But anyway, the set itself here is really, really nice. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. Since we'll take a look at the Fleet Flyer first. Try saying that fast. Fleet Flyer first. The base is all metal. The back end is all plastic, and the cab appears to be metal. Nicely detailed. And then the back looks good, like the taillights, everything looks really, really nice on it. The back end then pops open for storage. The plastic appears to me to be, if it is molded, I guess it is molded in red, and then the tampos are applied, and it does look to me like it has a gloss clear coat over the red plastic and tampos, but it's really well done, and the red almost matches the cab's paint red, so that looks pretty good. I'd still like to take one of these. I want to do a Martini racing one sometime. Now we'll take a look at the 962. This debuted in 2017. Base is dated 16. I originally thought this number 30 962 was a fictional paint scheme on Hot Wheels' part, but I did some research and it is not. I mean, it was a real livery raced by Mr. Moretti. It's really nicely, all the tampos appear to be nicely applied. Looks good, looks really good. You could also, if you have the other Momo 935/78 in your collection, they look good parked next to each other. The red's a deeper red, I would say, on the 935-78. The 962 is more of an orangish red, which I thought, parking them next to each other, I actually thought they were going to be the same color, but they're not. But it looks good to have them all together. Really cool. So there you go. That rounds out Wave B of the Team Transport set. And I'll get a shot of all of them together here then on my larger turntable. And be sure to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit the bell for notifications and updates. And I'll see you guys later. All right, bye now.